At some point during your podcasting journey, you may start thinking about getting studio monitors. And in this video, I want to have a look at my studio monitors, Adam A5X. Hi, it's Mike from Casefile and Casefile Presents. On this channel, I'm releasing videos on podcasting. So if you enjoy the content, you can hit the like button. Let's start with answering a couple of questions. What are studio monitors and do you need them? Studio monitors are professional speakers used in professional listening environment. They're supposed to give you an accurate representation of your mix, of the sound. I said suppose because it depends a lot on the environment that you're in, not just on speakers. Besides that, studio monitors are more expensive than your normal consumer loudspeakers, and they do need extra connections, such as audio interface. Do you need a pair of studio monitors for your podcasting work? Not in the beginning. Majority of your work can be done and should be done on a good quality headphones. However, as you get involved in more complex work, then studio monitors can be a helpful tool in your studio. Now let's talk about the ones that I've got, the ones behind me, Adam A5Xs. I had them for about 9 years now, but during that time, one of the speakers actually blew up on me and I had to replace it with the same model. So it's not exactly the same pair that I bought all these years ago, but it is the same model A5X. As far as the specification go, these are mid-tier speakers. They do have a 50-watt amplifier inside. They are active monitors. We got 5.5-inch woofer as well as ribbon tweeters, and they call them XART. On the front, you've got your volume knob as well as adjustments for the loudness of the speakers. At the back, you've got various outputs as well as adjustments for frequency bands, and that's when you want to adjust the sound of the speaker to the room that you're in. They are small but perfect for a small studio. I won't say they are small, sort of mid-sized, but they're near-field monitors. Near-field meaning they sit in front of you, and most of the time you do use them for active listening. They have baseboards in the front, and they are relatively well priced. You can get a pair of these Adams for around £550, which is about $780. As far as the sound goes, they do have flat-ish frequency response, but a nice and round sound to them. As far as the low end goes, I would say it's defined, but not as overpowering as in other speakers. And the overall sound of them, sort of mid to high frequencies, I would say they're pretty crisp. They do generate a low-level hiss, but it's never been a problem for me. You get used to that pretty quickly. When I was choosing my studio monitors, I remember going to a music store, and they had a listening room. So I listened to a few different models, a few different speakers, and these ones, the Adams, spoke to me instantly. They're quite heavy and they do require a balanced connection to avoid that extra noise. All in all, I think they're kind of perfect for a small studio as your near-field studio monitors. However, like I said before, studio monitors are only a part of your listening equation. So I had them for years, but only now I utilize them for mixing. And it's because I've acoustically treated that room, but on top of that, I am using SonarWorks Sound ID to flatten the mix and adjust the output of my system. the environment will affect the sound of your speakers. Even if you get the sort of most expensive monitors out there, but you listen to them in a bad room, you're gonna lose a lot of that sound, a lot of that representation that you're supposed to get. Still, I was, using them for years in bedrooms, in kind of normal rooms, and I use them for editing and listening to music as well. But whenever I could, I used them for work, because you don't want to be on your headphones all the time. That can damage your hearing and will affect your sort of listening. So whenever I could, I did use them, just not for mixing. It wasn't until now that I could sort of properly utilize them. There's one more thing. You've got to learn your speakers. So after all these years, I understand them. I know how they sound. I know the pros, the cons, the shortcomings of these speakers. And if you offer me a pair of Genelecs, which are more expensive, that wouldn't make sense to me, because I wouldn't know how the Genelecs sound. And I think that's something I want to leave you with. You got your studio monitors, you've got your environment, but also you've got your understanding of the speakers. And that will take time working and getting to know how they sound. It can take years, and then it doesn't really matter how expensive they were, as long as you understand how to adjust your mix correctly. But if you're looking for a pair of studio monitors, I do recommend these Adams. I had them for years. You're probably aware of that now. If I was to upgrade my studio monitors, I would probably go for the higher tier of Adams, which is S series, but they are very, very expensive. And for this type of environment, for my room, that'd be a total overkill. The other company that I would probably consider are Dyna Audios. So I used to work on Dyna Audios back at the movie studio, and they did have a really, really nice sound to them. They are more expensive than Adams, I think sort of twice the price maybe, but they are the ones that I would consider if I was changing or upgrading my speakers. Are you using studio monitors for your work? If so, which ones? You can let me know in the comments below. But that's it for today. I'm Mike Migas. If you enjoy the content and are interested in podcasting, you can check the rest of my channel. For now, you can share or like this video, and I'll see you later.